dear friends, we have the most experienced teacher from down south. He is a name which is very popular among the orthopedic residents when it comes to understanding the concepts. We are talking about Professor Gopakumar, and here he will tell how a person should approach his residency. Over to you, sir.
First of all, I would like to congratulate all the students who came through a tough exam, the NEET PG, and got selected for MS or the National Board, that is DNB Orth course. Now you are entering into the fascinating field of orthopedics that is responsible for keeping the humans mobile. As AO Group said, life is movement and movement is life. Movement is dependent on an intact musculoskeletal system which you are going to maintain to your patients throughout your lifetime as an orthopedic surgeon. Orthopedics is a fast changing specialty. Concepts which were considered as gold standards yesterday has become history today, and gold standards today will become something of the past tomorrow. So you have to get updated with all the advances occurring in the field of orthopedics. This brings the importance of lifetime learning. Now you have become a student of orthopedics and you will be continue as a student of orthopedics throughout your lifetime. To be successful in orthopedics, you should have a sound theoretical knowledge of basic sciences and as well as orthopedics. Then you should have excellent clinical skills to identify the problems. Then you should be aware of the various investigations that are used, and you should be able to use these investigations appropriately and then suggest the treatment. So the aim of orthopedics training is to develop a successful orthopedic surgeon in each and every one of you. The first hurdle for you is your exams, either MS Orth or DNB, which basically consists of three parts. One is the theory part, then comes the clinical and the viva. In the theory part, there are four purposes: the basic sciences, the orthopedics, trauma, as well as the recent advances. What I advise you is to make small notes after listening to various talks of your seniors and reading the books and reading journals. You make small notes of all these so that it will be easy for you to revise just before the examination. Just before the examination, you will not be able to read big books. Therefore, you should have your own notes. Another thing you should understand is, for example, National Board, you have got 10 questions. What you get is exactly 16 minutes or the 16 and a half minutes to write one question, which consists of 3 or 4 parts. Therefore, writing one part for whole of your time and then writing a few, only 1 or 2 points in the rest will not give you marks, because these marks are divided between the various parts of each question. Therefore, you have to prepare as to how to write your theory. The second part is the clinical examination. Acquiring clinical skills can only be done when you do the ward work. Spend most of your time in the ward during your residency. One advice which I used to give to my students, and I personally did when I was a student, was to have a small pocket book where you write the important things that has to be examined in each case. For example, if you are examining a bone tumor, in inspection, these are the points. In palpation, these are the points. Suppose it's a shoulder examination, again, what you will look, what you feel, what you will move, all these points will be written just 1, 2, 3 like that in your small book. And after seeing the patient, you verify whether you have gone through all these points. Then make sure that you write the case sheet. Writing the case sheet is extremely important, and then only you will be able to do it in the exam. And rehearse it. Once you reach home, you try to remember what you have examined and try to repeat it so that it will be easy for you in the exam. The next part is the Viva, which consists of instruments, orthotics, pathology and osteology. Then the fourth thing is radiology. And again, you have got excellent classes for all these, and you try to interpret the x-rays and all these things when you see them during your ward rounds and during your course. Courses like conceptual orthopedics gives an important insight into the relevant topics that will help you a lot in improving your clinical and theory knowledge. I congratulate all the students who have taken orthopedics as the specialty. Only after mastering this, you can go for the subspecialties like the spine, hand surgery, or scopy, or plasty, or pediatric orthopedics. I wish each and every one of you success in the exam and a bright future. I welcome all of you to the orthopedic fraternity. Thank you.
As usual, phenomenal, sir. And thank you very much, sir.